Hey, sorry about that. My mic levels were a little odd. Let me know if I'm either sounding overmodulated or something else. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing another little something a little different. I am giving a presentation on the 20 years that I've been running a winter fan trip in the Philadelphia area. And this is actually going to be the 21st year. 20th year was last year. First off, I'll mention anyone who's interested, who's listening live or in the next 4 days. Trip's going to be on this year. It's December the 27th, Monday, starting about 8:45 a.m. at the Market East SEPTA station. We're taking an R3 out to Elwyn is the first thing. The train leaves about 8:54, heading towards the PRR, which I guess would be SEPTA southbound. Anyway, I was asked to, on a little bit of short notice, I offered to put together this program. Since, as you've been noticing, I have most of my old photos dealt with, except for the first year, which was in film, and I don't have a lot of them. But besides the fact that I've already taken some notes, but I need to pick about 4 or 5 photos for each of these trips. And the way I've done this before with my other presentations is I will just go and copy in the photos. I copy them in with a number prefix. That way, when I run through on a photo thing, I can just scroll down and it's just each one in order, and then I'll have a note sheet and I talk to the note sheet. So anyway. As opposed to just doing a regular stream, which I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week, I just figured that I'd go through this process to try to, just describe how this goes. Because I'm not going to be able to really practice this. I don't have the time to take a night to speak through this and then speak through it again like I did before. So this is going to be sort of the practice. All right, so feel free definitely to ask questions. I'm going to start by talking about what this trip's about. This, again, will help me practice a little bit for the thing. And then I'll start going through with the photos, describing each one of these trips. Somewhere, hold on one second. All right, yeah, I should be good. I have a note sheet, but it's stuck in my email, and I feel like barging through all my email with on the stream. So, okay, so the purpose of the SEPTA Mid-Winter, what became known as the SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip, was simply a fan trip on the old, I should probably pull this up, the old sub-talk message board. Talk, not tank. Oh, come on. There it goes. There we go. These forums. Oh no, that's not it. I was just on there yesterday. What the hell? What? Sorry about this. I had the mess. It came up like number 1 on my Google search when I searched for it like 5 minutes earlier today. Well, that's annoying. Anyway, this was something that was arranged on the old SubTalk message board. SubTalk, it's a Web 1.0 forum on the nycsubway.org website. Maybe I'll just pull it up here. The guy got sick of having to do moderation, and he shut down the message board in 2005. But I'm not sure where it is. But he left it up, so all the chat threads and all that stuff is still there. And oh, maybe it's because I'm doing 2 things. There it is. So it's still all the stuff that went on with it is still there. It was replaced by a new one, but the information goes back. So anyway, I for whatever reason, I just wanted to organize a trip for mainly a lot of the people who are in New York City that were on the message board, but didn't really know a lot about SEPTA. I was always having to explain stuff, and I figured, like, I haven't really done this, and I've always wanted to do a bunch of SEPTA things, so I invited people down, put together an itinerary. And it was a pre-digital camera thing, which is why I don't really have the photos. I mean, I have the photos, but I don't have a lot of photos, and they're not in very good I need to rescan or scan them with a quote-unquote scan them with a phone or something. And the trip was, I think we went out to Doylestown on the first trip, and then back to Wayne Junction. I have to pull up my diagram here. So rail map would be, there's Center City. Doylestown is about one of the farthest runs you can get. So we went all the way up to Doylestown, Lansdale, there's Doylestown. And all the way back down to Wayne Junction. I'll pull this out, which is right there. Then we did the SEPTA Hill East to Hill West. And at some point I think we got on some Broad Street Subway. And did Ridge Line and some other stuff there. The neat part is that on the way up, we basically got a cab ride on the way up. The guy, was only like 5 or 6 people on the trip, and he basically just let us all in the front cab, and we rode all the way up to Doylestown in the cab, which is really great. Again, I didn't have a digital camera at the time. Then later that day, when we went down the Broad Street line, the operator on our Ridge train recognized one of the people on the trip, and then we got into that cab. So we had 2 cab rides on one trip. It was fantastic. And another thing that I noticed was that we weren't really yelled at, because this is immediately post 9/11. Rail fans are synonymous with terrorism because of photos, and we didn't get bothered the entire day. And it was odd. And I sort of like, hey, here we have a period of time between Christmas and New Year's. People can get off work. Students are home from break. They can ride a SEPTA weekday schedule, which is way better than a weekend schedule. The weekend schedules even then are abysmal. Now with COVID, they're even worse. So we did this trip, and also all the cops and managers seemed to be on break, so we didn't get yelled at. And then we got cab rides, also because the managers were on vacation. Now, unfortunately, we weren't really able to replicate the issue with the cab rides since then, but it was a reason that prompted me to do it the next year with a different itinerary, still trying to help the same group of New York people, and that's what sort of gave rise to this. So what I'm going to do is, here's the I'm going to keep this first trip as a special case. I'm going to work that myself. I'm going to start with number 2. And what I'm just going to do is, I got a contact sheet here. You can't really see it. But I'm just going to sort of describe what we did with the trip. And I'm going to find about 4, 5, 6, a bunch of photos, save them out, rename them into the proper order. And then I'm just going to go through until about an hour's gone by, and you guys are all sick and tired of it. So I'll also point out things in the first bunch, things that aren't there anymore, which is always fun. All right, please ask questions, because I'm going to be probably going through this at a bigger pace than normal. Oh yeah, I know. So anyway, first trip involved. So the first trip was to Doylestown. The second trip, we just got on a train and went down to Wilmington. Coming back, we got off at one of the amazing things of the SEPTA system is that you have so many possibilities for connections. You can connect from suburban trolleys to regional rail to other regional rail, subways to there's all these places where you can make connections. So you can just do all these loops, and you can do them in very interesting ways. So I haven't had to run the same trip twice. Every trip's been different. And this trip is going to be the only place we haven't been on regional rail is Elwyn, and we're going to go now. And then when they build Wawa, we can go back out and do Wawa. So I think this is a good one to start. It's the first one. We have an HHP8. Would have been one of the first sightings, number 651 here, with Arsenal Tower in the background. Noticing that there is a restricting signal on the. I guess we're following someone. Probably an airport train. So I just need to figure out how I'm doing this. All right. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry, it just takes a second to set this all up. I should have done this before. Oops. There it is. So like I said, I'm going to start this at 10. That'll give me 10 photos for the first one. So that's a neat photo. A lot of neat stuff on the NEC. We got Baldwin Tower there. Crews have been on SEPTA been more irritating, like taking pictures out through the front without even a cab ride. But I didn't have really good zoom back then, as you know. Here we have our train, two-car train at the old low-level platform at Wilmington. That's a keeper. Now, what I would have thought we would have done is gotten off at what is it called, Sharon Hill, and take a 102, but instead we went back to Philly. Where I'm going to grab this picture of SEPTA 50 on its way to rescue a dead push-pull set. I can notice Choo Choo Bob and some other folks there in the corners. I'm very bad with names, so I'm sure it's not going to be great when I don't know half the people in these. From there, we transferred to a Norristown train. Note the old destination signs. This is a Reading car. Note there's no pilot on this. I've mentioned this before. There's no pilot on this one either. It's a Reading car. There's 101 to 180 are Reading cars. And you can see it. They have a cow catcher. I got to make a note of that. I got to make a note to talk about the cow catcher. Oh, man. I'd love to have it. Oh. Route 100. I don't have any good pictures of Route 100, but I think if I just take this picture of the 101, 102s. This is ultimately a celebration of like the people who also go on these. So I always want to try to get ones that show the people. 014. Like here we have people on the trip getting off. There's Rich McGee and Debbie, or no, Dottie. She's I think it's Rich McGee. No, that's not him. That's someone else that I should know his name, but I don't. Uh-oh, did I screw something up? Oh man, it was the harassment based post 9/11 was absolutely ridiculous. Like really bad. I don't want to say kids these days, but it was all the way through the Bush administration. It wasn't because of him, but it took that amount of time for the whole 9/11 thing to subside. Also, camera phones were really what ultimately did in the photo harassment. You'll still get harassed today for photos, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was back in the day. I did not get a group photo on this one. I'll do this one. Oops, 016. This is a Silverliner 3. Not a lot of those left. And, nah, it stinks. So we usually have group photos, but not this year because we didn't know. This is still sort of didn't know to take one. So that's 2. Let me go ahead a year and SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 3. I never made the things bigger on this one. I'm not going to take pictures of stuff that's not involved with the trip. But this when I was living down in Baltimore City. I was still going to school. I didn't have a car, so this would have been my first semester in grad school or after it. So this is how I likely got home. These are nice photos, but not ones I'm saving. Here's a fat squirrel. Let's see. So this one, wow, we were really off to a good start. We were getting adventurous. We took a Route 36 all the way to the Eastwick Loop. And we transferred. I think that who was on this one? Yeah, I really wish I knew more of the people. So 36 to the, though you can't. A lot of these connections, some of them are direct on SEPTA. Some of them involve a little bit of a walk. Got to get your steps in. There's your Eastwick Loop. But there's a secret connection. You walk through that parking lot, you walk along this road, and there's your station. Distance of about 2,000 feet. Although I think this time we were dumb, because you saw that picture. I think that. What did we do? Yeah, it looks like we walked back to there, up, over. I don't know why we did this. 0.8 miles. Ooh. Yeah, we walked that way. That's a mile walk. I don't know why we did that. Ooh, that's dumb. I think someone pointed this out, that you could walk through the parking lot there, but it's not really on a map. And there was no Google Maps or Google Earth back then. All I had was, I think I just looked at a regular street map, and that cut through on that parking lot was not there. Or this road might not have been built. That could be the other problem, but I don't know. Let's see. Photos. That's what I'm doing here. All right. I mean, this is the way better picture, but the point of this is to show people, I guess. Oh no, this is a better picture actually. Whoops. Shoot, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Nah, I want this guy. So we did not, at this time, the SEPTA Day Pass did not, it would give you one regional rail ride and unlimited transit. We had to buy all of our other tickets. And the issue at hand was that I would try to coordinate it. So we did. The airport was sort of expensive for what you were paying. There was a Zone 5 at the time, and we didn't want to blow our one regional rail trip on a Zone 5, on an airport run. So we just went to Eastwick and used regular tickets. The octogenarians in the crew, of course, got to ride free because Philly Transit is free for seniors. I'm going to save this picture at Wayne Junction. Also note that in 2003 we have LED signals. A very, very early indication of LED signal. Use of LEDs. Very early. Here we are at Warminster with a SEPTA toaster being towed by, as usual, number 50 off to the rescue again. We were greeted by our special guest was camera car number 266. Use with the wires going into the little vents there. Is this the best photo I got? Oh, also Elvania was there. Oh man, bumper day. We've had pretty good luck on these trips. Camera car and Elvania, the two most famous Silverliners. Whether the best Silverliners was 218 Elvania, 266 camera car, and 269 Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania having the Pennsylvania number boards on the side. Trying to think if what we should do here with the Fern Rock stuff. This is a good picture at Fern Rock. And also the old Fern Rock Tower, which had, I think, just recently closed. So one of the highlights of these trips is that we would do Broad Street Express run as a matter of course. And I don't remember, but I think that we did. I think that we were able to. I don't know if we got a Sports Express or not. Oh damn! What happened here? Don't know why that stadium photo failed. I don't really have any other good photos of the sports complex. Huh. Alright, well. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to go with this sunset. Yeah, I gotta put both of them in, or it's not gonna do the story very well. Gotta explain where we went, and then out to this is pre whatever. I think we just sort of decided to head out to kill the last bit of time. We went out to Girard. All right, well that's 3. Like I said, well, I'll do as many of these as I can. The earliest ones are the best, so I'll definitely go through 2010. Or 2012, maybe. Alright, what do we got going on here? Oh, this is when we went to Fox Chase. Neat. This is when this is right before it was separated from CSX, so this is a good place to start. CP Newtown Junction used to have a movable point diamond. The Reading really loved its British style flat junctions, and it was actually its chief engineer for many years was a Brit, a guy from British Rail who'd immigrated. All right, I don't need the rest of Fox Chase stuff, but let's see what happens when we get to Fox Chase. Oh wow, 257. You know, it's crazy how neat it was to get Silverliner 2s. You just didn't, and then when we really wanted them, you could never find them. Oh, is that what I wanted? Oh, wow, another one. Here we go. This is a good one. Also the traditional number boards, really fun. This was also the first year for the new 30th Street parking garage where they could not chase you away. The old single level garage had a dude in a booth that would come out lickety split if you went on that parking garage to take pictures of any trains. Oh man, he would shoot out. They would get you really fast. But the new parking garage, perfect. So today's special was the midday Kinwood run. The midday Kinwood run, it normally has like 1 or 2 passengers, and we were like, this trip had like 15 people on it. So we boosted the ridership levels multiple times. Here we are entering the famous Valley flyover. Let me see what the best pictures of this is. I'll do this one. This is this is still there, but it's now completely out of service. Track's ripped up, I'm pretty sure. And this was the first year we had a group photo, so let me just save that one in. First, our midday Kinwood thing. I think they made us get out while they were doing their turnaround. And here we are. Pretty good turn. We got Fred G. Chuck Green. He's still alive, but he has medical problems. He can't come there anymore. I think that's Lincoln. Bob. I don't know who that is. That's my friend Morris. Great group. Wait, what happened? I should have just saved something there. Oh, there it is. Okay. 047. I have to renumber those first bunch. I need to make sure I don't put things that I just like weirdo signaling stuff in here for everybody. Oh, it looks like we went out to Hill East after this. The famous Wayne Junction Diamonds. They're still there, but... Oh, we just got on the Hill East train. You gotta love the Hill East to Hill West. So here's going to be our Hill East example. We got more Silverliner 2s at Hill West. Come on, give me something better than that. SEPTA was planning to do a Silverliner 2 replacement, I think earlier than they thought. So they were really trying to run them into the ground for a little while. This is right before, when they're starting to get ready to close the North Philadelphia Tower. Is that the best picture I can get? Holy moly, it's just nothing but Silverliner 2s and 3s. Like everything we would capture that day was a Silverliner 2 or 3. This is crazy. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. Yeah, this is like 10 photos for this. All right, hold on one second. And what's a better picture? This sort of full one, a little grainy, or this guy? That's cool. And I'll just do one in North Philadelphia Tower. All right, that is SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 4 in 2004. North Philadelphia would be closing about 6 to 8 months later. 2005, this trip was the first trip of the SEPTA, the Route 15 PCCs. Brand new that year. I think I did some photos of my trip on the opening day, so God, you better believe it, I'm going to make it part of the SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip. Yeah, they got some dewirement going on with this guy. So I guess that's going to be the trolley frogs and stuff weren't quite working like they should have been. So I think that this is, I think he sort of dewired and had to go back and deal with it. And we went all the way out to 63rd Street, to the loop there. Got this nice little passing of a K car and a PCC. Now, somehow we wind up at Villanova. I don't know how that worked. I guess we took the MFL. This is one of those situations where I'm too busy enjoying the trip to really take pictures. And we walked to Sharon Hill. We did a 102, so this is neat. These old express designators on the roll signs, and getting off at Sharon Hill, where we then walked to the NEC. Well, it was dark and raining and whatever, so I guess this is the best photo we're going to get. Alright, that was SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 5. SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 6. This is going to be the first one with my second generation camera. So this is where the zoom all gets remarkably better. Starting, this time we did Riverline. We started with the Riverline. I think we started in Philly, but we went across the Riverline. And we took the Riverline all the way up to Trenton. ALP 44. What a waste it was that they NJT decided not to maintain them. Oh, I love this picture of Fair Tower. Yeah, I'll throw this one in. I've always loved this photo. This is the photo when I got it and I was looking at it. It's like, wow, this new camera is significantly better. Like I said, I always get the sort of the mid-range point and shoots. And let me get a picture. Let me get another toaster picture here or something. Blah, it's overly cropped. Nah, it's dumb. Nah, those are all bad. So this is one of the few times in the Midwinter trip we took a bus anywhere. We could not walk to West Trenton, so we took a bus and then we walked. In case you're wondering how that works, there's a bus that sort of trundles its way through Trenton. Along here, I think if I zoom in enough, you can find it. It sort of went up this street there. Bus, and it would drop us off at this T-junction. right there, and then the bus would go that way. So if I click it, it's the 609, 619, 609, 619. Yeah, he goes that way, and then we just go and we walk the. This is the other long walk that we did in this series. Over there, it's a really nice street though. It's beautiful. Not a lot of traffic. People sort of pair off. About a mile walk. That's typical. And then you walk to the West Trenton. The only time we ever did West Trenton, because when they came out, the original day passes, you could get that one regional rail ride, but you could take it to West. West Trenton was not considered Zone 6. Trenton was the only one where SEPTA would try to what do you call it? Shake down its riders. So this is the 608 bus. I don't know where the 608 bus goes. Can I see the 608 bus, please? Buses 608. I don't know where the bus goes, but anyway, we walked. We took a 609 or a 619, and then walked to West Trenton. While at West Trenton, what did we find? Let's find out. We got a midday freight. So this is back before it was SEPTA rated. You would still, it was still Conrail-ish. Nah, I don't know if I need a picture of Trent Tower. Do I need a picture of Trent Tower? Nah, that's not a good one. That's still used as a crew base. That's not a good photo. Ugh. Guess I'm doing this. 054. There we go. There's all Brinath and stuff. I'm just going to cut right to where we have some good pictures of Jenkintown. This is right after Jenkintown got rebuilt. Ew. Oh, maybe not. Alright, let's see what else we got here. What the heck did we do? Oh, we went out to... Oh, we did an R3 full pull. We went R3, R3, all the way from West Trenton to Media. That's what we did. I keep forgetting that. Oh, that's fun. Is there any photos I can put up here? Nah, that's not great. Nah. I'll do this one. It's pretty neat. And here we are at Media. Where's the group photo? This is one of the bigger runs that I got. I don't know why I have trouble attracting people as of late. That's wrong. 056. There we go. 056. Jesus Christ. There we go. And that's in Media. And from Media we get this really nice. Are any of these really nice? Not really. Oh, they're building the Comcast USB stick, so that's worthwhile. That's worth showing. And we wind up at Girard somehow. I guess we did MFL to Girard, MFL to Girard. What we did at Girard, I can't quite remember. Oh, we had to do the Broad Street run. So it looks like we went to Girard, took the 15 to the Broad Street, and then we did Broad Street up and back. All right, that makes sense. So I'm just going to add these two PCC photos to help people realize what we did. I got no pictures in the BSL. And 060, I guess. Yeah, 060. All right, that's 6. Moving on to 7. 7. What do we do for 7? Oh, this is where we went to Glenside and hung out at Glenside for a while. No, wait. This is where we went to Lansdale. Okay. I'll start with this one. Yeah, because Doylestown not only has less service, it takes way longer to get there. So we just went to Lansdale this time to get some photos, which were really nice because they had this whole pile of Silverliner 2s there. Starting with Reading Unit 909. 9009. And the Silverliner 3. Do I need anything else from this? Probably not. After that, we visited the new flange riding diamonds on the trolley CSX grade crossing. Brought to you by the Metal Fatigue Corporation of America, by the Metal Fatigue Institute. And this was neat with the CSX used semaphore motors on its pedestrian crossing gates. Those were removed a little bit ago. This is all back in 2007. We got super lucky that day because we got a... this is an 11. 13 normally, so if you're doing Philly stuff... That's West Trenton. When you're down here in the Derby zone and you want to do your... where is this? 59th. There's the Derby. I think that's the Derby crossing. Oh, wait. Hold on. That's the media. Where is it? CSX. There's the crossing. So the 11 comes up, and the 11 runs all day to the Derby Loop. The 13 can run to the Derby Loop, but usually will short turn at the Yeadon Loop. There's your Yeadon Loop. Every so often in the middle of the day, there are runs that go through, and we got on this weird diversion route that actually just ran. We were prepared to go back via the 11, but we roll out. And the interesting thing is that here we are on our diversion tour, on our special diversion, rare mileage trip, well, rare run trip. This is the neat part. When you're coming into the Derby Transportation Center, there used to be a different loop, a little right of way that would run behind the houses and would come out there. I think they removed it, but it would come up and at them. It would come up there. So there's an interesting thing where whatever our train was, normally trains can't. You can see there's not enough switches. 11s can loop there, but if anything wants to roll back to Yeadon, it has to go. Oh, that's right. I'm remembering this now. We were there, and like the train pulled up, and the guy was like, "Hey, I'm going back to Philly. Do you want to like ride?" I mean, we it's not like it mattered. I mean, he was just going to deadhead, and he was just like, "Do you want to ride back via?" Because he saw we were like doing a fan trip thing, and we were like, "Yes, please." And because I remember him sort of stopping and dinging, like he was like, "Hey, do you want to ride?" And we were like, "Yep." So we got on there, and it's single tracked for most of that route. Oh no, sorry. There's the other route. It goes up that way. And then down there, and then in front. So 13s can run here, but they can't go around the loop. They can't loop back here. They have to continue on as an 11. And this guy was just heading back, and we did this whole neat thing. So that's that story. So there's the special little thing. Here we are passing the Yeadon loop. I'll save this as a picture. 069, there we go. And one thing turns into another. And we end up all the way at the Richmond loop. Let's see, what's the best picture here? Here we go. This one's good enough. Nope, that's bad. It's way darker than it looks, so I'm just going to be yada 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 with the Richmond loop. Done. This is SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 7. Going on to SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 8. Let me check for questions in a second. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Blah blah blah. Cruise giving rail fans. Costa Rica, welcome. Okay, SEPTA 266 camera car was just their inspection car. It's like the corridor clipper, but SEPTA didn't have an extra car to use, so they just put cameras on number 266 in the old restroom areas where they had all the video equipment. Yes, they were R32s, and the Silverliner 2s are, I think, made in the same year of 1964. But be aware that the R32s are not completely stainless steel. I had a friend who worked for the MTA, and they decided against another R32 rebuild. And they were considering it because, unlike the Patco cars, there's a lot of carbon steel on the interiors and fittings and stuff in those R32s in odd locations. I was in there, and a friend was pointing it out to me of how much carbon steel there was. Now, it's not like an R38 or an R40 where you have outside carbon steel body panels that need paint and will rust or this or that, or the Pullman stuff where it's just jankily built. But the R32s have more carbon steel than you think, whereas the Patco cars had none. And that's why the Patco shells were able to be rebuilt completely, and the R32s were not able to be rebuilt completely. The SEPTA Route 1 and 101 were part of a different company called Red Arrow. It's currently called the Red Arrow Division, but back in the day, the Philadelphia Transit Corporation ran the subways, Market Frankfurt. outside in the suburban Philadelphia, Red Arrow Transit Corporation ran those two suburban trolley lines. There was also the Route 103 that went to Westchester, or 104. There's a couple additional ones. Sorry, 103 went to Westchester, and 104 went to Ardmore, which is now a busway, for a BRT busway. And it's currently the Red Arrow division. There's another division called the Victory division. Those are all, each county had its own transit, originally for-profit transit concern. R32s are doing their fair rail runs this weekend, which I'm going to be there on the Sunday. They're going to be running a modified holiday train from 2nd Ave to 145th Express, explicitly Express. And then they're going to be running a special, like, Brighton Beach to somewhere on the 2nd. And I can't make that one. And that's going to be a fucking disaster. That's going to be a shit show with fans. They already had issues with people who would... Some guy broke into a cab so he could change the destination sign and got into a fight with the crew. It did not look good. The Route 104 that got turned into a busway, that really wasn't... I mean, it's one of those things of, yeah, it'd be nice if it was still a trolley, but it was kind of ripped out and the right-of-way was there, and then it got turned into a busway. It was actually a pretty nice busway, as far as busways go. At one point, it had grade crossing gates where the trolley, where the buses would... could cross other streets at grade, but apparently people would get on it, and you had people joyriding on the line because they could do that. I need to find where this busway is. It's Route 104 to Ardmore. There it is. See, it has its own little thing. Yeah, it used to have the grade crossing gates were neat. So it was a legit busway. You can see how, yeah, it's sort of a, let me see where it starts. It's not that long. Yeah, it starts right there. So if I go and hit the Google Street View, you can see the start of the busway. Wow, they don't even have a lot of, like, don't go there stuff. Huh. But that was originally one of the suburban trolleys. What am I doing? Okay, hold on. I've lost the plot. Okay, here we are. This is where we're going back to Wilmington. I'll definitely use that photo, but let me see if I have a better one. This is a nice one going through Phil. I think this is where we actually do the R2 to 102 walk. Yep, R2 to 102 walk. A lot of people getting off. I don't think they're all us, though. Oops, crap. Oh, dumb. All right, I gotta redo that. I know I can't do what I just did. There we go, getting off at Sharon Hill. Going to make that SEPTA R2 to 102 connection. one of my favorite connections. Those suburban trolleys are fantastic for connections because they connect the Route 102 connects. So there it goes down. Yeah, it's Sharon Hill. It actually stops there. It doesn't. This is. Oh yeah, no, it's there. It connects the R2 via a walk, the R3 right there. The media can go out to connect the R3 again. You can do these whole little like loops. You can go R2 to R3, down there, back to there, over. You can do any number of little loop-de-loops with that whole Route 101, 102 connections. It's super fantastic. Do we have a group photo here? That's a nice photo. Looks like our next thing is the Route 100. So we went to 69th Street after that. This is a good picture. So we're going all the way to Norristown. I'm just gonna. Yeah, maybe I don't need those. Norristown photo. That's a good one. And North Broad. There we go. There's our group photo at North Broad. This is when we were definitely becoming more cognizant of Silverliner 2s and 3s. Do have 2 2s and a 3 here. Let's see what the best picture to use is. Probably this one. That one's more balanced. I'll just go with this. Broad Street line, of course. And out to the Richmond Loop. Can't not go to the Richmond Loop, I guess. Little backlit, but whatever. All right, I'm going to stop it at 10. Like I'll do 10. So just give me a second. We're on to 9, and then it'll be 10. So this one we just went out to Jenkintown. A lot of times, especially when the Silverliner 2s were starting to wind down, I would go out to an intermediate thing like Jenkintown trying to catch more Silverliner 2s. This was not always successful. But then we could go, so we could catch a train out of Market East at, let's say, 9 o'clock. Oh, this is a perfect one. Gonna delete that. This is way better. Whoops. So we could go and catch something, and then we could, we go to Jenkin and then try to get this. So this one we just went out to Jenkin, and then it looks like we came right back to Fern Rock to do our Broad Street lining. Yeah, I don't usually do good photos underground with my old cameras. Although this one doesn't look half bad. Let's do this one. I see some people that I might recognize there. Oh, 83. This will be 082. 082. There we go. North Philly's now closed. If it matters. Do we have a group photo here? Now we're waiting for a Hill West. Okay, so let's see how what's a good photo for this. Acela. Toaster. HHP8. Ah, this one's good. And then we got a train. We caught a. I'll just do another one. This is a good one. And here's our train to Hill West. This is a really nice picture of 453. Still using the old school destination signs that I love. Alright, I'll get the Go Eagles SEPTA bus at the old 23 loop. And you're right, this time we did a Hill West to Hill East. When the R7 was one of the few Rs that actually ran through in its original pattern, and they always had to have these giant 6-car trains because it was going to Trenton. Let's see. Wayne Junction. What am I doing here? Oh, this right. We're transferring to like a 57. Let me get one more on Wayne. Do I need anything more on Wayne Junction? God, I miss those destination signs. They're just so colorful. And of course, our special thing that day was the Route 75 bus. Here we are crossing the Route 23 tracks. This was right after SEPTA had gotten new trackless trolleys and had reactivated the service. These ones have the putt-putt in case there's a wire issue, and there was on this one actually, so they had to use the putt-putt. Like in this case. They had to use the putt-putt, so we'll get a picture of that because it's worth describing. And, of course, we're going to do some MFL. Nah, it's not. Oh, wait, did I see a group photo? Here we go. Group photo on the Market Frankfurt tracks. This is one of my bigger things, one of the first things with Coy. 094. And I think at Richmond we caught the holiday one. Yep, there's the holiday one. Was that at Richmond? No, but we still caught it. It was right behind us. Under the old Port Richmond Bridge, I'm going to do both of these. 095 and 096. And it looks like we just got in late to do a Broad Street run at the end of the day. 096. There we go. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of operators who will put Christmas lights on their trains. All right, going to do one more. We're just about a little past the hour here, so this will be the last one. For the rest of the week, by the way, I know I'm only doing half of these now. This is bad. Okay, so this is the only time the trip has had to be postponed because of snow. We don't usually get snow for Christmas, but as you can see, we got a lot of snow. I did go out on the snow day, but this was when we got snow, and I had to push it off a day. Route 100 is really still an interurban. Don't call it light rail, call it an interurban, because that's what it is. Yeah, the A82s on the Broad Street are sweet. Especially at City Hall, where they have to sound them to around that horn. All right, so this is going to be, unfortunately, a double, but we'll get this done. Yeah, this was just crazy, the snow day. I did go out on a quick run. Where is it? I had one additional. This is the one. I went out to Norristown and back for the fuck of it. That's not great. All right, so it's just 2 photos from there. Just want to show people the snow day that we had to deal with. And then finally, Midwinter Trip 10 did get pushed back to the next day. Didn't have a lot of people on it, but whatever. This was another one to Eastwick, but because of the new day pass system and easier walking route, we were able to go to the airport. Wait, no, we did not go to the airport. Sorry. We still are not going to the airport. Womp womp. We just went out and back on the Eastwick. And where did we get off? Oh, we went back to the we did the whole Girard thing. Saw this truck with axle assemblies at the Girard. This is where the Route 15 and 10 cross. Like I said, SEPTA is just full of these little loops and crossings. So we would frequently make use of this this Girard bit. This year I'm doing a lot of them. (101). For this trip, we went all the way out to Frankfurt. Oh, hold on. This is a good one. We went all the way out to Frankfurt to catch a Route 66 to Torresdale. This is a loop that I've again. There's all these loops you can do. It's absolutely crazy. You can do a Route 66 trackless trolley out to Torresdale and walk down to the R7. This was the first one with my friend John Stumpo, who's I later met him at Johns Hopkins. He was actually a student at Hopkins. I know him. He is a speed runner. I mean, that's not his full. He has a real job, but that's something he does. All right. This is cool. A 4-pack of Bud. So often you'd find a cut of Silverliner 2s would be disrupted by. No, there's a goddamn 3. There's always a freaking 3 on those. The rarest thing, well, I won't say rare, but the thing that everybody wanted to get photos of is what was called a 6-pack of Bud, where you would have 6 Silverliner 2s, no 3s, no 4s, 6 Silverliner 2s. I don't know if I ever caught it, but I caught one on a scrap train randomly at West Trenton. By the way, in case you're wondering where this is, so for the record, trolley buses, aka trackless trolleys, which is what they were called in Philly, count as rail transportation. This was decided on the message boards in the early 2000s. There was a process, and it was declared that they are a fixed guideway vehicle, and therefore are a rail, not bus. The 66, I think, uses this street there. I'm not entirely sure. Yep, there's the 66. The 66 pretty much goes to the city line, where the loop used to be. That river, I think, is the city line. '66. Oh, there's more 66, I guess. Yep, there it is. SEPTA City Line Loop. Terminus of the Route 66 trackless trolley. So we didn't go out that far. We went, I think, to tour. Yeah, this is the closest bit you can get, I think. Wherever that station is. So it wasn't that bad of a walk. Yes, Torresdale. You'd get off the 66 like right there. And you'd walk, barely anything down to the station. Distance measure 2,000 feet, barely half a mile. Then we got this at North Philly. A mix of 2s and 4s. You don't see that every day. Fred and Brian exploring the shelters at North Philly there. Fern Rock, the Philly Historic Fleet. So when we took a ridgeline, we got off at Fairmount just so we could walk over. Whatever we did, we wanted to go to the old Fairmount station because it still had like a lot of the old accoutrement. 109, almost done for the day, and that's it. The Divine Lorraine, man, that's a thing. All right, I'll end this one. I'll get this saved. This is a photo. All right, that's all I'm going to do today. Thank you for watching. I'm going to finish up the rest of these on my own. Thank you for listening to me to do whatever. You guys have a Merry Christmas. I am going to be doing stuff. Maybe I'll throw a poll up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I sort of realized that I don't have a lot. I didn't do a lot of good stuff in 2006, so it's going to be iffy what I got. I think I did Reading Country already. Yeah, I did Reading Country, Albany. Oh, this Columbus Day to Far Rockaway I'm almost certainly going to do. I don't relish it, but I'm going to do it. And it's going to be hard to label. I've done half of the Chasing the Fall Foliage Train. I did the LSL Detour. I did the C&O Cardinal. I did not do SEPTA Mid-Winter Trip 6 that you did see some photos from, but I don't really feel like doing that one either. Boston Line I did. Halethorpe I did. Oh, Caltrain. I'll probably do a Caltrain one. That would be 3 days. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, that would have to be a three banger. So yeah, I'm gonna do that Columbus Day. Might do the Caltrain just to get some Caltrain content on, and maybe I'll do those Buffalo Line interlocking. So that's 2 days. I've got 6 slots, maybe 5 if I don't do one on Monday when I do my other thing. So I guess if I have 6 slots, that's going to be 2 for the Columbus Day Far Rockaway trip, and 3 for my first trip on Caltrain. And that's 117. Divide that by 3, about 40 a day. All right, so that's probably going to be the plan, and I won't do one on Monday. So my next stream will be tomorrow, same time. It'll be tomorrow, Friday. Let's see. So tomorrow, Thursday, 1, Friday, 2, maybe Christmas, 3, Sunday, 4, not on Monday, Tuesday. That's 5. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So there's going to be a Christmas stream. It'll probably be the start of the Caltrain. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me practice. A recording. My presentation will be recorded, but it's going to be on Zoom. It's not going to be on YouTube. If I get a link to the invite, maybe I'll put it into a chat or something if you care. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to invite people. All right. You guys have fun. Have a great day. I will see you or some portion of you tomorrow. Any questions? Anyone? Questions? All right. I'm ending this. See ya.